Hey guys, just got the new steering shaft for the truck. We're going to take and show you how to swap this out. You don't have to pull the column out. You can loosen it up and slide it back. We were doing some other work, so I thought I'd just pull it out so it's easier to take a look at. This is how the rag joint comes apart. There's two bolts and nuts. This piece goes over the top of it normally. And we're taking this off and add that to the new one. But let's get the old shaft off first and we'll go through it here. The new shaft is supposed to accommodate for lift kits. It's supposed to tighten up the steering a little bit, the joints a little better. Here we go. I loosened this up a little bit so we won't have to fight it so much. But hopefully we won't have to fight it too much anyway. Now there is a flat on this. We're gonna have to adjust this down some so we can make a new one on the line shaft when we get to that point. So you'll see, we'll mark it and take a file. So we're pulling this bolt out, and if we're really lucky, it'll tap out fairly easy. I doubt it, but it works too, sort of. Sexy. In other videos I saw, the guys really didn't explain how to put that this piece on. I've seen guys have it on both sides. Now I'm not saying this is the right way or wrong way, but it stands to reason. We've got these tabs holding this down, so we want to have this so it's making us more of a clamshell, I like to call it, on both sides here. Okay, so I'll get these snugged up, make sure that they're overlapping like they should. The rag joint's getting crimped in there. Don't crank it all the way down, do both sides evenly. Okay, now we got that there. This hooks onto our steering box. This hooks onto our shaft. What we need to do is we have to put it in the truck and then slowly slide the column in there. No, give me that hammer over there, bud. Hey guys, just working on the truck out here tonight. Just thought I'd share something with you about the lift kit we installed. Went to start the truck up tonight to move it in the paint booth, and in 30 seconds they got antifreeze spraying everywhere. When you put these body lift kits on, what they don't tell you is that when you raise that radiator support up, if you got the factory hose, you're raising that hose up 3 inches, And with mine, I was lucky enough that it just sliced the edge of the radiator hose when the fan spun around when we went to start the truck up. So just giving you guys a little heads up on that. You might want to, you could either slot your holes in the radiator, move the holes down for the radiator itself so you can drop it down. Or I just went with a smaller fan with more blades on it actually. But you got that option just so you don't get surprised and slice your hose open as well. Hey guys, we just finished getting the hood back on with the chrome hinge and stuff. Thought I'd show you. Our gaps are pretty decent. They're not ideal but for the year of the truck, they're pretty decent. We'll have to do some more adjustment once you put the chrome grill back on, see if that lines up. But good enough to get that in the paint booth and go from there. Closer. You know, this was supposed to be a quick project, and I'm looking at the calendar. It's been almost a year since I started working on this thing. Kind of sad, but life happens. Anyway, getting there. Stay tuned. When you get this shaft, it's a different, little bit different style setup. U-joint on the other end of it than the factory one. And then this, where's the rubber boot? Can't really see that rubber boot. It's right there. This whole thing telescopes to accommodate for a lift kit if you have a lift kit, which obviously we did. Worked out pretty slick. Now we got it in there where I want it. We can paint it up just to protect it, but pretty happy with that. When we're talking about putting that steering shaft replacement in, guys are talking about sliding this column back, doing different things. For me, really, you got a couple screws on the plate that covers this up. Then you got, let me see if I can get a light, guys. Hang on. Okay, now I've got a light. See, there's two bolts there, guys. Take them two down, and this whole main column will drop down. To start, just loosen them up. Get them pretty loose so you can move this column. And then there's 4 bolts on this flange down here. I loosen them up, and then the column will slide back and forth so you can get room to get that shaft off. You can do it however you want. I loosened the spline up at the steering box, pulled the whole shaft out, and then separated it. With the new one, it's adjustable and lines up pretty good. So I put it on as one piece, slid the column back in, tightened the column down, and then was able to adjust the shaft where I needed it. And after adjusting the shaft where we needed it, we bolted everything down, and we're good to go. So when we're talking about that shaft, bolting that down, the one thing I did see, they tell you to take a file and flatten out the one side where your set screw goes in, up by the column side, not the steering box side. Mine was already flat spotted, so somebody had done some replacement on it before. Tighten that set screw down. Just make sure you get everything good and tight. But steer's real decent now. We've got the clutch extension on the transmission, so that's working good. And that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks. So anyway, mechanically wise, we got everything shocks on, the steering shaft on, the clutch pedal assembly is all taken care of. So when you're looking at this, guys, I actually powder coated this, my hood latch, and the springs you saw in an earlier video. There's another piece that goes here yet. It'll be part of that grill assembly. We'll see. But man, they turn out pretty slick. See all that dust and sand from shaking the hood and stuff out. We'll blow that off. Not a big deal. Anyway, pretty happy with them hinges, especially with that black inside. It's going to be awesome. Hey guys,